Hi, I'm Jackie. So, this is a case that happened in Zimbabwe, in Bulawayo. It started on the 29th of January 2025. This woman, her name is Happiness Chimbanga. Happiness lived with her husband and her two children. Happiness is 34 years old. Her firstborn is 4 years old, whereas the other one is a 7-month-old baby. So apparently on the 29th, Happiness at 8 a.m. went to her mother's house. And she said to her mother, she was complaining about her husband. She was not happy with her husband, and she told her mother that her husband is not helping out. He doesn't provide enough money, and that they're living in abject poverty, and that she was sick of it. So her mother counseled her and told her, you know what, just, sort things out and all that. And then she sent her back home. Happiness goes back home. But she was still not happy. Around 3 p.m. the same day, she goes back to her mother's house. And then she complains some more about her husband to say that he's just not providing enough. We're in poverty. And that she couldn't take it anymore. She couldn't live like that anymore. And she also said to her mother that if anything happens to me, I want you to take care of my children. And then she was actually threatening to unalive herself to her mother. So mom actually sat her down again and talked her through the whole thing, counseled her. Apparently they're very religious people, Happiness and the mother. And then mother sent Happiness back home. Happiness goes back home to the husband. And then that very night, the husband calls his mother-in-law, who is Happiness's mother, and then tells her that Happiness is acting very irrationally. She's not right at all. You need to come because she's causing a lot of problems at home. So Happiness's mother takes other people from their church to go and help the situation. They actually go to Happiness's house and then they talk to Happiness to calm her down and all that. And again, Happiness was threatening to unalive herself. So the mother thought Happiness is now calm, everything is okay. And she goes back and the people leave. And then she gets another call. Happiness's mother gets another call. Only this time, it's a call of horror. It's a neighbor who calls her to say that Happiness has come to my house and she is saying that she has unalived her whole family, her husband and her two children, and that is a 4-year-old and a 7-month-old. So the mother goes back to the house with, the same people she went to. This is around 3 a.m. on the 30th of January. And then they call the police. They go to the house and what do they find? They find Happiness's husband. He's been 3 times, right? And he's not alive. He's on the bed. Again, they find Happiness's 4-year-old, same thing, unalived. And they also find the 7-month-old unalived. So Happiness has been arrested and she is being charged with the murder of her entire family. That is her husband, her 4-year-old, and her 7-month-old. So we'll hear more about it, but it kind of sounds a lot like a mental health breakdown. But that's just my thinking. A mental health breakdown, postpartum kind of thing. But then we'll hear more about what's going on that has happened in Zimbabwe, Bulawayo. Thank you.